Hello, welcome to some more Tesla news. Lots of exciting stuff going on in the past week or two. Elon's been tweeting like crazy. We got some safety information about the Model X, and it's good. All right, so Elon has announced that all superchargers are going to be converted to be solar and battery powered. They're going to be off the grid, or at least most of them. So that's pretty cool. I mean, heck, if you own a solar company and a big battery company, why not? I don't know how they're going to do it. It's going to take a crazy amount of solar and a crazy amount of storage to power them, but we'll see. I mean, hey, if they think they can do it, they can do it. I don't know. I'm pretty stoked about it. I was thinking about it for my own little mini charging network, doing solar canopies to kind of offset some of the electrical costs once they get going and used more frequently. Elon on Twitter also said that the new kernel is going to be in the next version of the firmware that's shipping or downloading to Teslas this weekend. And there's already some videos out there of people that got a little bit early. If you're at the service center or a new car, they're coming with this new silky smooth autopilot. So it's pretty exciting that, you know, it's taking another notch up on the autopilot, making it a little bit better. The new kernel, and he mentioned that next month they're going to have an update with an updated web browser, so hopefully that'll be a little bit more responsive on the Teslas. In Model S news, they're cheap. Well, Tesla cheap anyways. They just changed the pre-owned program to the used car program, and they put a bunch of cars on there with higher mileage, above 50,000 miles, and the price is below 40,000. And there was a bunch of them, and then they're gone. But I'm sure there'll be more. So now you have an option. You can either buy a Model 3 and, you know, wait another year or possibly two. At this point, the backlog is so huge. That's what they're kind of trying to alleviate by doing this new certified used Tesla program. You've got this warranty on a higher mileage Tesla at the price of a Model 3. And I think it's a great idea. I mean, the Model S has got way more storage, is a bigger vehicle. I think it's a heck of a deal compared to like a Chevy Bolt, which I got a test drive a week or two ago. And the Chevy Bolt's a great little car. I mean, it's little. It's just not a Tesla. And if you can get a used Model S over a new Bolt, I'd go for a used Model S any day of the week. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think is better, getting a new Leaf or a new Volt, or getting a used Model S? I think most people would probably go with the S, especially if you're watching the show. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Model 3 news. Lots of pictures, a lot of release candidates driving around. They're in Salt Lake City. A lot of spy shots inside the dash, so you can see what the dash is really going to look like and the layout of where the autopilot, the speedometer is in the upper left-hand corner. And it doesn't look too bad. I think people will get used to it. It's not as crazy as people think not having a normal dash. It's interesting. There's a photo of where you plug in on the Model 3 and it flips up, which instead of to the side. Very interesting. We'll see how these Model 3s are when they ship next month. They're talking the end of July for the unveiling event, and they're probably going to be delivering them to Tesla employees. And Elon was also saying that the options to configure are going to be very tiny, so you can pick the color and the wheel size. That's about it. I think all the other features are probably going to be software, but they're trying to take the initial cars in production and make them all very similar. They don't want a bunch of variables when they're trying to get it all right. That's why they're only doing the rear-wheel drive to start with, and they're going to do all-wheel drive next year, maybe even late this year, is what Elon was saying. He was saying that they're optimizing the rear motor differently from like the front motor. One of them's for stop and go city traffic, and one of them's optimized more for highway, and that's how you can get the better range efficiency. And he thought there's just less variables, you know, if they just do one to start with and then add the more complexity later on, which makes sense. You'll see some on the road like next month, which is crazy. I mean, you're already seeing the release candidates now, so it's definitely coming soon. Oh, there was also a image of the seats folding down, so that's pretty cool. Even though it's a regular trunk, the seats still fold down on the Model 3, so you got some extra storage space in there. In Model X news, I finally got out and I got some footage of my Model X. I'm building up for that review that I'm going to do, and I made a Project Loveday video. And it's a 30-second little ad that shows off that the Model X is not a toy. It's like a real car, and not just like a normal real car. It's like above and beyond like a regular car. So it's kind of a fun little showcase of the car going off road and the wings opening and the doors, the Falcon Wing doors opening. The big Model X news is they finally crash tested it, and it's a pretty cool video if you want to check it out, being smashed up. And it got 5-star rating in all categories. The NHTSA, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, or something like that, they said the Model X has the lowest probability of injury of any SUV ever tested. In fact, all cars that they've ever tested, except for the Model S. So they're saying not only is the SUV Model X the safest SUV ever made, it would have been the safest car ever made if there wasn't a Model S. So that's great news. I always wondered about that because the windshield is so big. I didn't know how much that lowered the safety rating of it, but apparently not very much. Like Tesla was saying, they'd give it a 5.5 star if there was such a rating, because the probability of rollover is so low with the big battery in it, in the center of the car. And finally, Model Y news. There's a preview, a silhouette of the Model Y, which is going to be the next car after the Model 3. Elon's saying that they're going to be making a whole new factory just for the Model Y, and they don't have any more room over in Fremont to make it. And it's pretty interesting. They're showing no side mirrors again, like they did with the prototype of the Model X. He says it's going to have Falcon Wing doors. A lot of people are doubting that because there's been some issues with the Falcon Wings. I think mine have been working pretty good. I had a few little tiny issues when I first had delivery, but no major issues with it since like the first couple weeks of delivery I had. There was some like ice getting stuck in the hinges. And let me know what you think in the comments below of all this Tesla news. If you like this show, I do have a Patreon. I don't really promote it much. I have a link below. It's just patreon.com/twosmartguys, and that helps support this Tesla show, the Two Smart Guys show, where we do hacking of electronic gadgets and things, so you can get more out of your own personal devices. We hope to be revving that back up again soon, as well as making this a little bit more consistent weekly news and maybe a weekly live chat, because you guys have been very helpful in curing me of my boredom when I'm on my little Tesla trips and I'm waiting for charging at RV parks and crazy places. And it's a lot of fun talking to you guys and getting your input and your vast knowledge beyond what I see on the internet and personal experience and whatnot. So yeah, if you head over to Patreon, if you want to donate like $1 a month or something, that'd just be awesome, and let me know you guys are still interested in the show and help me, encourage me to make a few more videos. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys next time.